Hello friends, let us talk about what results sun will give in its own dasha. I will explain it with some examples. You must have read certain books which guides you or tell you about the results of sun, that sun's period when it come in the life, it will give X, Y or Z results. See, one is the natural significations of a planet, another is the house signification of the planet and its conjunction aspects. The natural characteristic, natural significance remains the sun, same. Sun represents government. So if the house's representation is good in sun, the person can get a good job in government sector. Similarly, sun signifies property. Then the person can get property from some government company. Obviously, he'll have to pay for it. But this house significance has to be determined by the placement of that sun in its nakshatra and the samrat. Rashi is not that much important. Its nakshatra and samrat is more important. So basic is the house significations. Why? Because if the house significations are not good, then he is not going to get a government job at all, whether the period of sun is there or whatever. Now let us try to understand with these examples here, which I demonstrate. Child taking birth on 30th of September 85, 8:30 hours, you see that sun is in Leo sign in its own nakshatra and its samrat, and it shifts into the 11th house in the chart. Now it will signify 11th house only, so there will be multifold gains in the period of sun. Now let us reduce it. Let us increase the time by say an hour or so. The results of sun remain as it is. Sun shifts in the Leo and remains in the 11th house in the chart. Now let us increase another 1 hour, and you see that sun has shifted into the 10th house. The result of 10th will come. So what will happen now? That multifold gains will reduce. 11th is good for all the events of life, may it be profession, may it be education, childbirth, as well as marriage. But here, when 10 is there, this 10 is not good for the childbirth and marriage. So this sun denies marriage. Whereas this sun agrees for marriage, also for the childbirth. So see how much the difference the sun is having with 1 hour difference. It has changed the house, so the results will be altogether different. So when talking about the dasha of sun will give X, Y or Z result, is useless to talk about. Now let us further increase the time by 10 minutes, 1 hour. There is no difference. Another hour, now 9th house significations. 9th house is long travel, things like that. Now you go on increasing the time like this, the house's significance will differ out and the results will differ. Now I show you another example. Here is the example of Scorpio ascendant, sun is in the 6th house, and in the nakshatra of Venus and Ketu, and sun is exalted. Now you see that Ketu signifies 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 10, 11 houses, because Ketu is conjunct with Mercury, Mars and Sun. It is in the sign of Mars itself and is aspected by Saturn. So it will give the result of all these planets, Sun, Mars, Mercury, Saturn. And it is in the nakshatra of Venus. Venus is placed in 6th, the lord of 7th and 12th. And Sun itself is placed in 6th, the lord of 10th. Now I reduce the time by say 10 minutes. There is difference in the results of Ketu. Ketu loses the 5th house signification. You see, the 5th house is not there. Why? Because here you see Mars is lord of 1 and 6, placed in 6. And when I increase the time, then Mars signifies 1, 6 and 5 house. Now I get back to the time again. This is 5 and 5 is not there now. Now let us reduce another 10 minutes. There is no difference. Let us reduce another 10 minutes. There is no difference. Let us reduce another 10 minutes. So the hell amount of difference. Now I show you by increasing 10 minutes. This is increased. And now it is decreased. You will find change here and change here. Now Venus is now 7 12 instead of 6 7 12. Now because house, Venus has shifted to the 7th house. Similarly, 12th house significance has come into being. The reason to that is that Saturn has shifted into the 12th house. Now I increase the time 12. By 10 minutes you will see Saturn will come here. You see Saturn is here, so 12 is not here. Now when I decrease the time, not 12th house significations. So within the same sign, and Ketu remains in the same house, you see with the change in timings, the results of sun change. So do not just remember the results as written in the books of any planet, and no planet will give the results as what is written in the books. You have to see the chart individually. See, if 10 minutes difference is there with two children, you will find that there is hell amount of difference in the planet's signification. Now let me increase it by 10 minutes. If a child takes birth at this time and it say another 10 minutes difference, the results of sun is different. So two twins are different, and their results in sun period will be altogether different. So therefore, if you are reading these books, leave them. They are just making mockery of this science astrology. Doing this way, the significance of houses of will give result, and the nakshatra and the Lord. And I tell you, we will start doing astrology in this manner. We will get accurate predictions. Thank you.